informative and contains my opinion and understanding of the subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay, now I'm live. All right, hello, people. Hopefully people can hear me. Someone let me know. Hey, Truth, can you hear me? I don't know what happened, Truth. Right? I don't know what happened, though. Like, I don't know. I'm not echoing anymore. I don't know what happened. I feel so bad. I didn't want to ruin his live, so I was like, my audio is normal now, right? I just feel bad. I hope I didn't ruin Daniel's live. Anyway, I'll give it a minute for people to come in, but I'm going to show you guys how to do the Google trend. I should tell him that. I hope he is that like weird that I went live? Should I ask him if that was like okay? Not okay, but I don't want him to. Let me just make sure. It's like YouTube respect. Oh, I spelled tutorial wrong. I spelled tutorial wrong. Okay. How did everything go today? I don't know. There's so many things going on. I'm not exactly sure with what. Oh, that's funny, Truth. Okay, well, we have 7 people coming in. I'll give it a minute. I'm just apologizing to Daniel. I feel really bad. Okay, let me see. All right, well, we have 7 people in here, so I'll start. And then if people want to come in and see, they can. Let me just open up a new screen and I'll share with you guys. So let me be honest with you guys. I think that if it was easy to do the Google Trend thing, that more people would do it. Yes, you could ask me whatever you want. Ask me whatever you want, Truth. Just don't make it anything crazy. I don't know if anybody wants to share in the Discord that because I don't even know if anybody heard me say that I would go live afterwards to do the tutorial. He gave me his blessing. Hopefully he's watching in the background. Daniel, I'm so sorry that happened, but let's do this. All right, so let me show you. And maybe it wasn't Daniel. Who knows? Maybe I'm going to go on right now and have the same thing. But let's just see because... So this is what I would tell you guys. If you don't get anything today, it doesn't mean that next time you won't type thing, right? So I don't know that I want to share that. It's making me share some. Oh, wait, I was going to share the wrong thing. Hold on. I'm on my daughter's computer, so I have to watch what I'm sharing here. New tab. Here we go. Share. Okay. Okay, so you guys see my Google screen. Perfect. So wait, how quick do you think BK's cool-off period would be? Okay, well, this is the thing. So if you're getting at, do I think he did it a second time before he got picked up? Probably not. I think he might have been 2. No, I don't think he had OCD. I think he had OCPD, which is a personality disorder. And there's a big difference. So one has to do with time because one is a pervasive over time, and the other one has to do with anxiety. So there's like a little bit of a difference there. But I don't know how long his cooling off period would have been. I think it really would have depended on like had he gone back the next semester and didn't get caught. Maybe it might have been different. I don't know. I don't know that we really could tell. All right, let me show you guys, just in case anybody's here. There's 8 people here. So again, just in case anybody's here, we were over at Daniel's live, in case you weren't there, and we were looking up Google Trends, and I kept echoing. So I hung up with the live over there. I waited for Daniel to end his live, and then I'm going live for anybody that was interested on how to do the Google Trends, because we were having a hard time getting it to work. So let me just show you guys. So when you go into Google Trends, all right, you want to go in Google Trends, and then, so he was doing everything right. One of the problems with Google Trends is that you have to have patience. If you don't have patience, it doesn't always work. So let me show you. So I'm actually going to pull up one of the ones that I did so that we get a hit. All right, I looked up. Oh, where's the one that I wanted him to show you guys? That was crazy. Well, let me just pull up anyone at first just to show you guys. All right, so let's look up. I think I put in 1122 King Road, Moscow, Idaho. Let me put that in. All right. So first I put that in as my search term. Okay, this is the thing. So this is as of today. So this is December 2024. It goes all the way over to today. Okay, so it says from May 11th to May 17th of 2025. We obviously want to go backwards. So you're going to come over here and you're going to go to the custom time range. Then you're going to come over here and you could just delete this and do this. So, well, wait, let's do 10. Let's do 10/1/22 till 11. No, not 16. We'll do 11/13/22. Just so you guys know, I can't see anybody in chat right now, so just in case. Okay, so just like Daniel, I got absolutely nothing here, right? So let me say Moscow, Idaho. So, oh, it should be August. Sorry. I put in the wrong date. That was my bad. I'm like, no, please don't do this to me. So I had in August. Let me change this. All right, here we go. All right, so over here, and this is crazy. Oh, wait, no, wait, let me see if it's the same one. It is. I got the exact same thing as I got before. So if you look over here, the closer to 100 it gets, the stronger the Google was, or the stronger this search was, if you will. So if you get 100, it goes from 0 to 100. 100's the highest. That means that somebody here searched for 1122 King Road on August 23rd, 2022. If you then come down here, look, you're like, wait, where are we? But then come over here and make sure you play around with things. So go to like Metro and look. So this one, I have to look on mine and see. Okay, so this one wouldn't be good enough for me. So if I was doing this, this says Iowa and Missouri. So you might be like, okay, why did somebody in Iowa or Missouri look that up? Who the hell knows? Somebody could be going there next semester. So again, if you're a pro burger and listening, obviously, because somebody just could be looking it up. But we're going to go a step further and I'm going to show you. So next I'm going to put in, because you don't have to take this off. You could just add things. So now I'm going to put in 1122 King Road. And I'm going to spell out road. And then I believe I also did it where I put RD to see. So now this is going to be during the same period of time. So over here, it's letting me know that no, there wasn't any hits for that, but there still was for the other one. So again, I come down here, not seeing anything that I really think is what I would consider statistically significant. So let's keep going. That's the thing with Google Trends, is that you can't just give up. You just have to keep going and try more things. So I would say that if anybody does this, I'm going to promise, obviously, that I'm not definitely going to find something. However, if I use the ones that I already did, I should be able to. Oh, wait, let's look up him. Hold on. Watch this. All right, Bryan Khoberger. So I have him looking himself up on, hang on, I have a date. Where's this one at? Moscow, Idaho. What did I put in? Moscow, Idaho, right? 1122 King Road. I wonder if it does matter if you capitalize, because over here, there's one on my iPad that I don't have here. So I'm just going to check and see, but I don't think the capitalization mattered, just in case. Let's see. It did matter. So wait, now this just switched till October 12th. Sorry, October 12th, we have a hit for 1122. And on my iPad, I had a hit for the same thing on August 23rd, 2022. So you really just have to go in and change times and stuff. But let's go down to the region over here. Now we have Texas. Does anybody remember? No, that wouldn't be it. I was going to say, does anybody think that they know of a reason why we would see that in Texas? I think I looked up Kaylee's name and we got a hit. But again, these are things that you have to look into, is that you're going to get hits at different places. The things that really wowed me were the ones, where's the one that I looked at? You guys wait till you see this one I did. It's literally, it shows you that it was searched in Pullman and Idaho. I sent it to Daniel right away. I got it. Ready? Watch this one. So let's go back up here. We're going to do Moscow homicide. That's what we're going to try. Ready? All right, look at this. Let's see. Now we're talking. All right, so all of these, you guys, are before. So if you look over here, I stopped on the day of the murder, okay? So let's look over here. So we have somebody looking in Idaho, Moscow homicide. We got 100%. We also have 100% in Washington. So if you notice the other ones where we'd seen it in different states, I did that on purpose to show you guys that if you are watching this and you're like, oh, you're just doing a Google search and seeing, yes, you're absolutely correct. But it's not until I start to, I'm alive. It's not until I start to narrow it down to the states. And do you guys see that it's green? Just so you guys know, that doesn't mean that it's better than yellow. It's just color coordinated. So over here, we have the King Road, Moscow, Idaho. And then the red is just King Road, so on and so forth. So this is letting us know that we hit on Moscow homicide. Let me go back over to StreamYard to see if anybody's saying anything. Another King Road, and it automatically pulled up the autofilled Moscow in these states, possibly. Oh, yeah, I know. Thor is up my butt. Oh, real. All right, let me try some other ones, you guys, that I have that I know for sure worked. So I put in Moscow homicide from, oh, wait till you guys see this one. Ready for this one? All right, let's go to here. We're going to do a new one. Wait till you see this. This is crazy. So, oh, this is another thing. So if you really do want to do this, just so you guys know, there's a difference here. There's search topics and then there's search queries, okay? So the topics are going to be broader. The queries are going to be a lot more specific. So for example, you see Kamala Harris here. That would be the smaller or the query. The topic, I would assume, would be politics, okay? So that's what they're talking about here. What I was telling Daniel on the show was make sure you play with these right here, because right now it's saying that Kamala is rising, but if you go to top, weather is number one. All right. So just make sure you guys are looking into those things and that you're clicking on those things too, because that is important. And then, but this is for right now. I'm going to add in what I found here. Wait, do you see this? Moscow homicide. And then I'm going to put in compare. And we're going to do it for the actual date. So 11/13/22. Wait till you see this. And again, yes, could people have been looking it up after? Sure. But wait till you guys see this. 13/22. Okay, so I didn't get a hit here, but that's okay. So if you don't get a hit, don't just be like, oh, it's no hit. It could just be that there were so few people Googling this. So there were so few people Googling Moscow homicide at this time that it's not enough data for Google Trends to say that it's a trend, right? So I think that's important for everybody to remember. A trend is something that we see happening over and over. So if somebody just searches something once, stuff like that, it's not going to be a trend. That's just going to be a one-off. So keep that in mind as well. Let's put in Washington and see what happens. Let's go down. Let's go down. No, I don't want to put that in as the topic yet. Hold on, let's say. So it's saying that somebody in Spokane did. Does anybody, isn't Spokane? Look at this. When you get this, you guys, this is very specific. If you ever get a dot, if you notice, oh my God, I found it. This is it. Found it. Ding, 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 ding. Nobody mess with me because I will detective your ass. Ready for this one? Look at this. So what are the chances that somebody in Pullman, Washington, and Pullman, Washington, it's literally giving us the circle. When you get a circle, that's different than when you get a whole state, okay? So this is very, very specific, and it's telling you that the person searched it enough times in this one area, and take notice, there's only one area coming up. I would assume that if this was something where people were like, oh, well, of course, on the 13th, at some point, somebody would have looked it up, right? Well, only people in Moscow really did. Let's see if we do include low search area. No, see, look, even when I put in include low search volume regions, Pullman, Washington, 100% of the Moscow homicide searches on 11/13/22 till 11/13/22 came from Pullman, Washington. Boom. How about that? So what do you guys think of that? So I have a few people in here and I just came back over. What do you guys think of that? What, like, and be honest, if you guys think that it's like Google knows that search, right? But I went back to that specific day. It wasn't even a time period. So do you know what I mean? I'm right with you, Detective. Or yeah, Detective Doc. People are so shady. You want to know what's funny, Sirius? My husband, when he first met me, told me that I was shadier than blinds to go. I was like, that's messed up. Who says that? And then I still went out on a second and third date. Boom. See, all right, that's what I'm looking for. I just wanted people to see that, like, it's one thing for it to come up in Washington. It's one thing for it to come up in Idaho. It's another thing for it to hit only in Pullman. And again, how do we know it's only Pullman? Because over here, there would have been multiple cities. If they're like, so if somebody in Pennsylvania, let's say they found out about it and they're like, oh my gosh, and they Google it. And again, could it mean that nobody was looking it up? No, it could. They just could have looked up something different. So right here, we only looked up Moscow homicide. So unless you put in Moscow homicide into the, I almost said into the Googler, okay? I just sounded like an old lady. Into Google, you wouldn't be getting that. So you would have had to write Moscow homicide. So even like, let's say you spelled homicide and forgot the E, that's a totally different search. So keep that in mind as well. What's something else I could look at? Let's do Moscow murders and see if that comes up. Let's see. Okay, do you guys see how this one now, it came out a little bit? All right, so let's go over here to Metro. I'm going to put it back in city. And again, this is where I wanted to show you guys. When I said to Daniel, do you have the one where it's the 2 states and it shows you it right on the line of the state? And he said he did, but then we never wound up pulling it up because I was echoing and I messed up the poor man's live. I owe him for that. But over here, do you guys see this right here? I mean, if this isn't a boom, I don't know what is. It's literally showing you that it's on the border. So it's not just, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just think that this is a little bit too specific for it not to be something. And again, this is just my own opinion. And I'm also just showing you guys how to look up past data online. So even if you guys put in something totally different, I think it would be different. Again, if you remember when we first came on the live, if anybody's just joining now, I did put in a few search things to show you that I did get a hit. However, I got a hit in like Texas, or I got a hit in like Wyoming. So to me, I did not consider those searches statistically significant because I was not getting a hit from Washington or from Idaho. So when I kept digging, this is another thing I would tell you if you're going to play around with this. Sometimes when you're too broad, it doesn't find the trend, because remember, there's billions of us out there, and you could search just the United States. You could search each state separately. You could do it. So there's many different things I would say to play around with before you're just like, oh, it's probably not it. Keep playing with it. The other thing is make sure, the filtering. Thank you, Jeremiah. That's right. Make sure that you go in and you change the date. So I believe when I put in like June, I think when I first started, I was like, I put in, I think he graduated in like the beginning of May. So I put in like the end of April to like December 30th. And it was just such a big time period that it no longer considered it a trend. So keep that in mind, because this wasn't, a trend you would have to have an average. I feel like I'm teaching my statistics class and I don't want to sound like a teacher. So let me try and reword this. I don't want to sound like a teacher, but anyway, whatever, it is what it is. It's statistics. So statistically, right? I would say that this is statistically significant. If I was a juror and I saw this, that to me just says like, so again, nobody else in the country searching this. It's just somebody in Pullman. And the reason, again, that it changes if I change the dates and stuff, and you might not find a trend anymore, is because we do it upon averages. So the average on 11/13 was high. If I spread 11/13 out 10 days, if he was only searching on that one day, it might no longer catch it as a trend. So that's one of the tricks behind this, okay? So keep that in mind. What's something else I could put in here? Let's put in, let's just do 1122. Oh no, wait, let's put in, 1122 King Road. And then I'm gonna do it this way, and then I'm gonna do Queen Road. I never even thought of that earlier. I don't know if he put in road or RD, because that would also matter. Let me just, since it's going to let me. Let's try RD. All right, let's go down and see. It won't let me put any more in. Okay, so now what do we have in Spokane? Let me change this to city. No, do you guys see what I'm saying? I'm so glad I just did this. So, and again, let me go back to let me keep going to make sure before I speak. I don't want to speak too soon. But look, it literally goes through each one of them. So this is right here, 1122 King Road. And then if you go up, it goes to the next thing we do. So it's showing you each one, 1122 Queen Road. You could go over here. You could switch metro to city and see if it changes. It didn't. So that would be enough for me to be like, probably somebody didn't search it that day. Over here, got nothing. I would do it again over here just to make sure. See, being intelligent sometimes works out for me. Not always, but sometimes. Again, if we switch this to city, it should bring us back to Pullman again. Pullman, Washington again. And again, this is showing you a different map, and it's still taking us right to Pullman. And for anybody that wants to watch this and say, okay, but a lot of people were searching these things. No, they weren't, because I just showed you right here. Look at all the things. Moscow homicide, Moscow murders, 1122 King. I mean, I put all of the things. I mean, I'm sure there's more we could put in. And this right here shows you that the only thing that came up was Moscow homicide, and it happened in Pullman, Washington. That was why I felt so comfortable saying, do you think that this prosecution issued a subpoena for this type of info? I hope so. I hope so. So, oh, thank you, Yvonne. Thank you, all of you. I appreciate all of you. But so do I think that the prosecution, I would hope so. But again, you would probably have to have someone on the team that would know to do this. So I don't know if they have somebody with ADHD that just doesn't sleep at night and just plays on Google Trends for 12 hours. I don't know. If they don't, they should probably hire somebody that does, right? So let's see. I want to see on my iPad if there was other ones. I feel like there was other ones that I'm missing. I feel like I found, oh, wait till you see this. Oh no, what did I do this to? How did I get this? Moscow homicide. I did look that up. Hold on, let me see if I spelled it wrong on this one. because sometimes when I spelled it wrong on purpose, it came up. Let me also tell you, how weird is this, you guys? So what I noticed that it must be a smart thing. Not all smart people can spell great, including myself. So there were a few times that I accidentally messed up and misspelled something, and that's when I found it. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, what are the chances? So, all right, so let's go up here real quick. So now we're just on 1122. What's this one I looked up? Oh, watch this one. I got another one I put up that I got a hit on. Let's do Idaho homicide. And again, this is what people are going to be like, oh, that's so broad. But wait till you see where it hits. All right, now over here, you guys, look at this. We have a blue and we have purple. So now when all you have to do, you don't have to click on it, you just hover over it, and it tells you that Moscow homicide, and this is like the percentages, that they're 56% sure, or about 56% of the data is coming from that search, as opposed to Idaho homicide, but it's in a close second for 44% of them. So this is the percentages calculated out of the searches for all 5 terms in Spokane, Washington. Now let's go over to Pullman. It stayed the same. Oh, it still says Spokane. Wait, hold on. Let me do this and click city. Oh, look, it was Pullman. Look at it. That's why you have to go to city. So again, what's the difference? If you go to metro, it takes you to a region. So for example, you could live in a suburb of Philadelphia, but your county is still Philadelphia. I think that's what it's doing there. It was giving us a county. Again, if you also take notice, when you put in metro, take notice that this whole thing here is blue. It gives you the whole big section. So like a county, if you will, which is why you want to put in city so that it gets very specific. So now it's able to tell us that out of the entire county that these are coming from here. And so this person, I would say that it's safe to say that Bryan not only looked up Moscow homicide, but he also looked up Idaho homicide, because they're both coming up. Even at 31%, that's still a calculated search result. It still came up as a trend, which means that somebody had to be looking it up enough for it to, oh, what's this? What's Wennick? So I went down here, you guys, and I clicked on low volume search regions, just meaning, and let's see how much it has on here, and I'll tell you. Okay. Oh, that's actually pretty big. Where's Wennick? Does anybody know? Could this be like, and you guys, this was on the 13th. So somebody searched this. Oh, no, I was wrong. I'm not in the chat, so I don't know. You guys are probably like yelling at me, telling me that I'm looking. Look, you guys, Moscow murders were searched. That's red. The purple is Idaho homicide, and the blue is Moscow homicide. So when I just included low search volume, that just means that there was a lower percentage. It was less of a trend, so much so that until, if I take this off, it wasn't, you see how it goes away? Just meaning that I like that happened. Let me tell you why. That goes to show you that it's less of a coincidence and more of a hit, because it gives you the option to tailor it down even further. And when you do that, it does give you another hit. But again, that would be less of a trend, because the more people that hit, the more of a trend it becomes. So for example, if we just take away the date over here, watch this. Oh, that's saying in Washington. Is that why we only got a hit on Washington? What happens if I put in Idaho? Let's see, you guys, let's see. Oh, we got a hit in Boise. Wait, well, no, I take that back. Let me go to city first before I say that. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so, wow. Wow. Okay, wow. So this is just showing us, hang on. So this is just showing us an Idaho homicide is the thing that came up. No, Moscow homicide and Idaho homicide were the two things that came up in Pullman. In Moscow homicide and Idaho homicide out of all these other ones. So there was a 5%. You see this little space over here that looked up Moscow murders. Again, some of this could have been after, people found out about it, but I'm dying to know what you guys are thinking. And I'm just talking and talking and talking. What do you guys think? Nina, what did you say that was crazy? That's why I'm glad that I'm showing the other side too. So in the beginning, not me, I was showing that you can't just take whatever you see as a hit, because I put something in at first and it showed us that it was a hit, but like in Texas or somewhere else. My thing is, as a statistics teacher, what is the statistical significance that Pullman, Washington is the only city in the entire United States that hit on these terms that day? And again, it doesn't mean that nobody else was looking. It just means that it wasn't a trend yet. And let me show you real quick. So let me just stretch out the days so you guys could see what I mean a little bit. And I'm going to make it the United States, and let's stretch it out to, I guess we'll add an extra week or so, or actually I'll go all the way up until the day that he was arrested. Actually, I should go to after he's arrested. So I'll do 1/30/23 so that we can see the difference in volume, because there's a huge difference in volume between the two. Here we go. All right, so over here, I'm so glad I did this. All right, so over here, do you guys see? All right, just in case anybody's just joining, now we stretched it out from 11/13/22 to 1/30/23. And the reason I did that is to show that the volume, so look, at first, you guys are right. I think it was, wait, what was it? Not me. Not me. Starts are basically 0% stats teacher. Stats are basically 0%. Huh? No, they're not. They're definitely not. They're not. And I would debate you on that. They're not at nearly 0%. The ones that were, I wouldn't show. So that's why I started out showing you guys that you can't just take a hit. Like right now, if I were to just take a screenshot of this and put it out on social media and say, look at what I found, that would be a miscarriage of justice. I would have to go a step further. So let's go a step further. Let's do that. Again, over here, if you look at it, what day did he get arrested? The 30th? Look at that. What are the chances that December 30th, 2022 happens to be like off the charts, the highest that anybody has looked this up? It's the day that he got arrested. Everybody wanted to know what was going on, right? And you could see over here, even right after the homicides, on the 17th and the 18th, it was a really popular trend. Even on the 15th it was. And the 16th, there's a little bit of a dip, but then it gets again on the 18th. I would like to see, I wonder if the 18th, what day would that be? Could that have been a weekend? Like the little lump over here? Does anybody know? I think it happened on a Sunday, right? Sunday the 13th, am I correct? Nina would know, I know. Okay, it says, it's tragic that after the car break with underpants incidents didn't prompt the neighborhood to lock the house doors, if only. Oh, imagine that, right? So let me just show you real quick. Thank you, Jeremiah. So over here, so yes, he said yes. He said yes. I'm thinking he's like, whatever. And he was answering my question. Thank you, Jeremiah. So yes, that it happened on a Sunday. So if Sunday was the 13th, did you say Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? 5 days later would be the 18th. So let's look over here. Friday night, the 18th is when it pops off, right? Well, the 17th, it's starting to get bigger. That's Thursday night. Friday night's when it's at its peak. And then it starts to go down a little bit. But then you'll see it's, you get less and less, but then people start looking up other terms. So it looks like at first people were looking up Idaho homicide. And if you want my opinion, just based on what I would guess, and this is just a hypothesis, is that because it was the University of Idaho students, that's probably why they put in Idaho as opposed to 1122 Queen Road or King Road. Somebody may have not known. However, look at this. There was one. Oh, look, it'll even show you less than 1%. So if you look over here, 1122 King Road, the yellow, it shows you that less than 1%. So somebody was looking that up, but that it wasn't enough to consider it a trend. The closer to 100, the more of a trend it's considered. So the more likely that it was highly searched on that particular day. So again, if one person searches something, that's not really a trend. You would have to search something multiple times for it to become a trend. And again, this just shows right here on December 30th. And I believe we're in the United States. Let's see. I want to be sure. Look at this. I can't even make this shit up. All right. So now it's taking us right to Moscow. Let me just change this, because they're showing you the breakdown over the subregions. So instead of subregions, I'm going to put cities and see what the highest cities were. See what happens. Okay, we did get some. But again, look, just look over here. I can't make this up. So if you look at the map of the United States over here, again, if you're thinking about it, this is us, all of you that are on here right now. We're all people that are interested in true crime. So we might be looking this up, right? But my mom, the only thing she really knows about the case is what I tell her. She doesn't Google it. You know what I mean? So this, you have to remember, this is just what the data that he was searching, or that anybody was searching, not him. I take that back. I said that wrong. Garden City is Boise, Idaho. Get out. Thank you for telling me that. But do you guys see? So by putting this, you see that Moscow is the number one, which you would expect because that's where the university is. So I would expect that to be the number one. And coming in second is Pullman. Why is that? Like, nobody knew that anybody in Pullman had anything to do with it, right? And then number three, we have, what does that even say? Jordan Road. What did you say? Oh, Garden City is Boise, Idaho. Thank you. Oh no, Pullman came in at third here. What was the second one? What the hell is that second one? Let me go back. It gets real small when I switch back to StreamYard. That's what the problem was. What is this, you guys? Where is this located? I guess I'll find out. So this is the other thing. If you then come over here and you just hover over the little bubbles, it should tell you that was Bend. But again, this is what I would expect, right? So after the homicides, you would expect it to get to like your local news, and then it goes from your state to the next state and then that's how it starts. So I think if I then bring this out to like today, there's way more people today that are interested in this than anywhere. So let's just look it up as in general. So let's do it over the past, let's do the past 12 months. There we go. All right, now look how this data is different in the past 12 months. And I did United States, so that, I did the past 12 months and I did the United States. So this is a blanketed, which is why it's going to look like, a little bit more mumbo jumbo here. But again, look at these little things over here. So Idaho homicide comes up, but we have people searching it all different times. What's over here? This is right around now, right? And again, I feel like the reason I like to do these that I know are going to come up is because I wanted to show, I'm expecting that this past couple weeks, more than just us YouTube people are starting to get interested, or reinterested rather, in the case, because it's going to come up soon. And because we've had hearings that we've actually been able to get some evidence from, right? So it would be my hypothesis that it would go up around these times. And when I do it, it does. So that just shows me, that just validates for me that these little trends are just as important as the big ones. It just means that there's a lot less people or volume of people searching it, but it's been searched enough that it's considered a trend. If we come down here, look, there's some parts of the United States that are like, wait, what's going on? Look at it. But let's go up here and oh, look at that, Alabama. Truth's going to call it a law on me. I wasn't trying to make fun of Truth. Yes, I was. I love how Truth says call the law. She says call the law. I'm going to call the law on you. All right. So over here we have Alabama. So Truth was looking it up. I'm just checking. Let's go to city. Ready? What do we got? What do we got? All right. What is this? So now, because I did it for, this is the past month. This is just, I mean, the past 12 months. So this is this past year. So this is just showing you, I'm actually surprised Pennsylvania is not up there because he's from Pennsylvania. But this is what I would expect to see too, right? That you would see it sporadically over the state, but that most of it would be towards the West Coast because this is being played out more over there. Let's do the smaller searches. Look at that, Moscow, Idaho. This is the top query. So it's telling me if I wanted to go, if I wanted to be more narrow, but now I made it more narrow and it didn't do anything. So over here, it says King Road as a topic or murder as a topic. It has it on rising, which is why King Road is there. However, if you look under King Road, murder as a topic is up 300% during this time. So make sure you're looking at all of the data. So now I did top instead. When I did top, it shows you. So now look, rising, it gives us 2 related topics. Top breaks it out into, here, let me even show you what Google says. Users searching for your term also search for these topics. You can view by the following metrics. So this is letting you know that people that searched what we just searched also searched for these things. Now let me show you the difference. Top is the most popular topics. Scoring is on the relative scale where a value of 100 is the most commonly searched topic and the value of 50 is a topic searched half as often as the most popular term and so on. Rising, on the other hand, is related to topics with the biggest increase in search frequency. So rising is, okay, I'm so glad I read this. So let me just finish reading this and then I'll sum it up. So rising is related topics with the biggest increase in search frequency since the last time period. Results marked breakout had a tremendous increase, which I did not know, probably because these topics are new and had few, if any, prior searches. That just validates everything I was saying. So in other words, when you go to rising, you would expect to see King Road or murder as a topic in Moscow, you guys. This is under Moscow, Idaho homicide. So it's saying people that search these terms were also likely to search King Road and the word murder as related to that topic. But then when we go to top, it literally breaks it down. And here we have Moscow City, Idaho. So it's showing you that now is becoming the focus of what people are looking into. It's also showing you that homicide, murder, King Road, these are all topic coming up. Let me see what King Road says when we click on it. Okay. Oh, wow. When did they tear the house down? Oh, that's weird. So not weird, but there's more people. This is funny to me, you guys. So as a statistics teacher, since the Dateline episode, more people are using Google Trends and looking up things like King Road. How about that? So I'm not like the only nerd out there. Not that you're a nerd if you're using this. I'm just saying the first thing I thought of was, oh my gosh, let me get data on Google Trends. That's what I meant by nerd. I meant it in a good way. But that's just showing you that. Let me see what you guys are saying. Please put like anything in there that you guys want me to search or any time period. Nina, if there's anything or Truth or Texas. Oh, hi, Texas. Look at you in here. And Scarlett is scared. Oh, all my friends are coming in. Lucy, you're all here. So you guys that just came, let me just take a sip of water and then I'll tell you. We're just going over the Google Trends here, okay? So we're just going over Google Trends. Hi, Jen. Oh, is that Jen? Are you who I think you are? I wonder. Anyway, if it's not, Jen's probably like, what the hell? So wait, resubmitting this. The Idaho, yeah, I didn't see it. So thank you for doing that, not me, because I did not see it. The Idaho State Police is headquartered in Meriden, Idaho, which could very well identify as Garden City. Yes, yeah, that's crazy, not me. And then Harlot Oscara, yes, you're right? I'm glad I got to see you too. Doc, do you know if those search terms are using a default and or search operator? So I'll show you. I don't think, no, but I bet you if I added and or, I know where you're going with that. Hold on, King Road, and I don't know why I didn't think of this. See, you guys, I don't ever claim to know everything. So in the past 12 months, we're not getting a hit with that. So I guess the answer to that is adding and didn't really help, but let me see if or does. So what this would do, you guys, let's say we got something too broad or too narrow. Sometimes by adding, look at that, sometimes by adding the words and or things like that or not, they all help. So let's see over here. Oh no, it goes away with city. So this just tells me that there wasn't enough search data with that. I also searched something very big like King Road or homicide. So maybe I should do. Let's try UOI and homicide. Good call. All right, and that was just in the past 12 months. So no, I'm saying that if you're going to do this to not, I mean, I wouldn't say don't put it. However, wait, let me see what you guys are saying. Not sure, lowercase, and we'll do it. Might need and or to use plus for it. Wait, what am I doing, Lucy? Let me go back. What I miss? Lowercase and is not a search term operator. Oh, look at you. Okay. Thank you. See, you guys, it takes a whole village. I love you. Wow. Yes. I'm putting you up there, yo. Nice. You get an A+. Did you guys just see what happened here? Oh my God, Lucy. Wow. Okay, so instead of me just keeping my mouth wide open because I'm in shock, I'm going to do, what was the first one? It wasn't, we did Idaho. Oh my God. Idaho murder plus homicide. And then I'm going to do it on, like I'm going to go backwards to 2022. We'll do 8, 1, 2, we'll do, let's do 11, 4, or 11, 13. That way it'll stop the day of. What did I do wrong? Hold on. Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to put the 0. Or maybe I was supposed to put a 0. There you go. Let's see. Oh my God. You guys. Oh, wait, this is for. No. Oh, wait. Okay. So wait, this actually, okay. Use the plus before each word you want to be essential to the search. I was just going to say, is this showing me? I get it. Okay. So I'm going to put the plus 2. I see. I'm learning. Oh my God, you are brilliant. Where were you my whole dissertation? Holy shit. So wait, let me just make sure that I'm understanding the data correctly, Lucy. Lucy's taking us to the dark. Lucy's taking us right down the rabbit hole, which I'm all about. I'm all about it. Okay. But okay. So, all right. So Lucy, let me go back here. Lucy. So would this mean that somebody is searching for University of Idaho and homicide at the same time? Oh my God, you guys, what if I put in Madison Mogen and Kaylee Gun? Oh my gosh, my heart just dropped. Hold on. And you guys, this is starting 8/6. When did he get there? He got there in July, which would be 7. 7/9 was the date of the pool party. So let's do 7/1 all the way up to the murders. Oh my God, I cannot even take this. Hold on. All right, so let's compare it to, I'm going to put in oh, wait, I forgot to put the plus. I'm still learning. Wow. Is it EN or AN? EN? Let me see. What did you guys say? Is it AN or EN? There's like a 10-second delay. Xana is the most. I'll do her too, but can somebody spell her last name over here? Because. All right, let's see. I'm going to look at it on my iPad real quick. Just make sure I'm getting the spelling correct. It is, because if I spell it wrong, then it's not. That's the other thing. If you spell things wrong, then it won't get it. So Xana Kernodle. I know it's like Korn. Why isn't my thing doing it? Korno. Let's see. Yes, all right, here we go. So I did mean Xana Kernodle. All right, so we're going to compare this to Xana. DLE. All right, so do I put a plus in front of, I'm just going to do it anyway, even though I'm making Xana herself, because now I just want to play around with it and see what's going to happen. So wait, did we get anything for Xana? No. So let's put in, I don't know why it erased Kaylee and then we'll do plus Madison. I think it's Mogen. Let me see. Yes. It is Madison Mogen. And then I'll look up Ethan next. Did I forget the plus? No, I didn't. It's there. So wait, what do we have here? All right, so far I have nothing. So this is what I would say. Let's come back up here. We're going to put a comparison. I'm going to put them by themselves. And then I'm going to do Maddie by herself. And then I'm going to take this away and put, is it Ian? Yes. All right, let's see what we get here. Oh, what was purple? Madison Mogen has something over here. So it's not very much, but it's more than the others. But let's see what this says over here. So let me go to the subregion. And again, we searched from 7/1/22 to 11/13/22. And look at this, you guys. This is all over the place. And none of them are in, oh, yes, they are. I lied. Okay, so let me tell you real quick before I click on it why this would happen. You're right. BK might not know who Ethan is, not me. That's why I'm adding it. I think that's part of the point here is that I'm not doing this one-sided, you guys. I'm literally, I'm using this, well, obviously I'm interested in the case, but I think that it's just as important to show the things that didn't hit as much as it is to show things that would hit. How would BK know one and not the other? who knows? Or anybody, forget BK. Let's call it like, I don't know. Let's call it Truth. Okay. Let's say Truth was the person we're looking for. I'm making this up, obviously, but we wouldn't know. Like, this is how we know. So I think that's what makes it more relevant, is that we're searching the terms that the person who did this might have searched, as opposed to necessarily exactly what he searched. And again, the prosecution seems to think that they have what he searched, but for us that are, doing this right now, I think it's important to note that, because there's going to be some things where maybe he didn't know who Ethan was. Maybe he could have known who, I may be right. It might be Truth. I agree. I'm just kidding. We love you, Truth. Let's see. BK was a VPN user. His searches may show up from other countries. So Lucy, that is so true, right? So earlier, I kept noticing that searches were coming up like in Pennsylvania from before he went away. I forget the thing. I have so many pictures on my phone. Maybe I'll do like a short or something where I just show the different pictures, but because I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was showing that they were coming from Philadelphia, but he lives about an hour from here. So, but I know what you mean. Like VPNs could come in at different countries. I'm on a VPN right now. I wonder if there was a way to see what I was searching. Watch this. Let's do this real quick. Let's change the date till today for the past hour, and let's see what happens. So in the past hour, and let's take away, I'm going to take this one away just for the sake of homicide and University of Idaho are two very big search terms, and we're trying to like narrow it down type thing. So in the past hour, I'm so glad I thought to do this. I want you guys to see, we just looked up all these people in the past hour, right? Even if you want to say, okay, you looked it up 10 minutes ago, I've been looking this up all day. And not all day, but yes, I have. I've been looking this up for like 4 days, to be honest. And Daniel's looked it up a few times too. So we've looked it up enough. I think that's the point, is that you have to look it up enough times for it to become a trend. And that's what makes this so interesting to me as a researcher. So let's do worldwide and see what we get. Look at that. So worldwide, it seems to be that most people are looking up Madison Mogen, and May 16th, 2025 is when they looked her up most. When's her birthday? We did this in the past hour, you guys. Oh my God. Dun, dun, dun. Straight A stupid. This is in the past hour. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. Ava, I'll give you your computer back soon, I promise. All right. In the past 12 months, let's look at this. So there we go. All right. In the past 12 months, wow. Okay. So this is like a big mess. Not a mess, but you know what I mean. So over here, back in May of 2024, it looks like Ethan Chapin, the one that was searched the most. But that was, again, this was June 2nd to June 8th of 2024. How far back did we go? 12 months. I like how it's showing us this. So let's go back. If we went back 12 months, let's do 24 months. This is the thing. The reason I'm saying this is because I noticed that it does depend on the range. So if you're just joining us, I noticed it depends on the range. So this is the past year. So we're from 4/16/24 to 5/16/25. So for the past year. So in the past year, Ethan Chapin has been searched the most worldwide. Let's go back to the United States. In the United States, we have, oh, wow. In the past year in the United States, again, what happened June 2nd to June 8th that Ethan Chapin was searched so much here and around the world? I wonder, does anybody know? Like, is that his birthday or something? A sports event, graduation or something? I don't know. But that's strange. Not strange, but it's straight. Not, I'm using the wrong word. It's not average, I guess, to say for the same thing. Let's say the Pope. We found the Pope. Yes, you're going to see it in both, right? You got one for me, Jeremiah? I'm all here. What year was this, Lucy? This is in the past year. So let me go back. Let me do the year before that to show you. So this was from 4/16. So instead I'll switch this to 24. And I'll switch this to 23, and we'll do it a year at a time, because sometimes if you do too long, you don't get as much. All right, look, we have a hit here. Obviously, we're going to have hits here, you guys, because we're looking at after the crime. So again, what in the hell? His birthday has to be between June 4th and June 10th, because 2 years in a row, he was the highest searched by far on this date. Does anybody know when his birthday is? Is that his birthday? We'll do July of 22 till 11/13, the day of. Okay. And then if we get a hit on this, we'll go back a day and do 11/12, so that we can see if any. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, you guys. Hang on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jeremiah, you're hired. And Vicstar, did I spell it wrong? Madisonmogen. Let me see. Madisonmogen. I think I spelled that right. Truth, if I spelled that wrong, just someone send me a message on the side so I know. Is that what it was? I'm going to go back to StreamYard to make sure. And again, let me broaden this, and I'm going to bring it to the United States. United States. Oh, wow. I almost brought in the date, and I'm so glad I didn't. Wow. Wait, all right. Who are we looking at here? This is all over the place. Hold on. Who is yellow and purple? I mean, yeah, yellow and purple. Outside looking in and inside looking, you guys. What? Wow. I am. Is that Kaylee? Where's Radstrom, you guys? Is that Washington? Is anybody else having a panic attack? I feel like I need Xanax. What's happening right now? What is this? This is Kaylee. Kaylee's red. Inside looking was being, oh my gosh, look at this. We have Pennsylvania, 7 search interest. Where was it highest at? Oh, I guess I could just do this and it'll tell us. Okay, which tells me that that's weird. Hold on. Again, New York, you guys, this is right outside of where we're from. I'm over here too. That's weird. Didn't he take this route home? Oh my God. Didn't he take that route home? Oh, that was the first 2 weeks, so I would have to spread it out more. Radom is Kaylee. Yeah, but where's that at? Is that in Washington? Idaho. It's in Idaho. Your adrenaline's pumping too, Lucy. I'm like over here. I'm like, hang on. I feel like I need a Xanax. I don't know what's happening right now. PA. Wow. Yeah, PA. So wait, hold on. I'm like dumbfounded. I'm going to look up Papa Roger too. That is so weird. I can't believe I didn't think to look those two things up. And you guys, literally, this is, again, how I feel confident that this was looked up. So it is my opinion, by seeing this, that Kaylee was searched between 11/1 and 11/13. Probably, I mean, all right, let me back that up. I'm not going to say by anybody. Right on the line here of Washington and Idaho. You tell me who that is. I don't know. I literally need a drink. Oh, wait, I'm going up. See, I don't even know which way I'm going. That just got me so nervous. So wait, I wonder if wait, what's this? This is the inside looking and the outside looking in. I don't remember outside looking in, but I do remember inside looking. But that's crazy. So Inside Looking was already active November 1st of 2022. That's interesting. And so was Outside Looking In. But then, oh wait, let's see if after the thing, if it drops. And all right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm getting so crazy over here. So I'm gonna put in Papa Roger. I'm gonna take out Xana real quick. I'm sorry, Xana. I'm just doing this to get an extra one. All right, so we're gonna put in, wait, what just happened? Oh, it just changed colors. I'm like, what just happened? So now you guys, just in case you were looking before, Kaylee has now become blue. Inside Looking is red. Yellow is I don't even know how to say that. I don't want to say it wrong. And then green is Outside Looking In. And I'm going to put it in Papa Roger because there was no S, right? Look at that. Nothing for Papa Roger, which tells me, I mean, I want to know what it says to you. But for me, it says that Papa Roger, look, Kaylee again. Nina, look. So that says to me that Papa Roger probably wasn't created until he was needed to be. Where Inside Looking and Outside Looking In were already created as of 11/1. Let me go back a year and see if they were in 21. So we want to see if these red and green are still there. Okay. Oh, but look at this for Kaylee. Oh, that's after. Not, but I meant I thought that was before. I almost had a heart attack because that's clearly a hit. So let's see. So Papa Roger, still nothing for Papa Roger as of, yeah, Papa Roger. I don't think Papa Roger, he wasn't created yet. So let me spread this out. That's kind of crazy. So let's go from 11/1/22 till, I don't want to go too far out because then it gets hard to read the data. So let's do it let's do it till after he was arrested. That way we know if the person was still there. And we can always change the dates after. Oh my God, my heart's pounding. What's happening here? Hang on. All right, hold on. Let me fix this. You guys, look at this. This is crazy. Kaylee was being looked up a lot. Wow. So this one, I don't know exactly where but then Moscow. This is the thing. So, and then it's showing one of 6 top cities and then Spokane. Wow. So that's interest for Kaylee. And then if you go to Kaylee's all by itself, do you see over here how it says related queries? On the rise at this time. And again, this is coming from the beginning of the month of November all the way up until a month after he's arrested. But this is showing you the top 25 queries. So Kaylee is now on this side, the larger topic. And then the query we're going to do, instead of rising, top. Because top's going to tell you not what was, happening, but what was actually being searched. Whew. So people were putting in Idaho murders, Kaylee. Idaho, Kaylee. I don't even know which one to click on. Let's do this one because it has her first and last name. Wow. I was really looking for the Papa Roger one. I wasn't expecting this to happen. Hold on. Idaho College murders, because I think that's what Dateline said. Let's see how early that was. November 15th is what this says for Idaho College murders. Hold on, let me go back back to where I was before. I got off on a sidetrack real quick. All right, this was the one because I wanted to see if the purple Let's go to Papa Roger. And then in the meantime, if anybody has anything that you're thinking, let me see. Okay, hang on. You guys, look, the two biggest ones, like two of the darkest. Wow. And didn't he come around this way to go home? Like, I think, didn't they say like he went down and up again? Like he went, I am dumbfounded right now. And you guys, I have to thank you because I was like spelling things wrong. Wow. All right, let me go over here. Wow. I'm going to go back to StreamYard to see what you're saying. All right, let's see. Not sure. Isn't the Facebook profile spelled? That's what I mean. This is why I need you guys. PAPPARODGER. PAPPA. See, this is why I need you. PAPPA. I think that's what you just said. I'm going to look there to make sure. Thank you for telling me that. And if for some reason, all right, PAPPARODGER. I think it's still spelled wrong. RODGER. Oh, no, now I have it right. Papa Roger. Thank you. All right, so over here, let's do city. I don't see Papa Roger here, but I do see Kaylee. Wow. Let's do include less volume regions. You guys, there's a lot of over here. Like there's a lot of interest for Kaylee. I don't even, let's go down to the, all right, so for inside looking over here. Oh, you guys look over here. So for inside looking, it says that inside looking out, that's interesting, that people that were looking at inside looking were also searching inside looking out, and look what else they were searching. What are the chances? Is your name up here? Because mine ain't. I don't even see Truth up here. Me and Texas already said she did it. And her name ain't up here. Wow, you guys, it's literally the only name here is Bryan Khoberger. Reddit is number 6. And Bryan Khoberger is number 5. There's no other names on here. So literally from 11/1/22 to 1/30/23, he was the name associated. Let me put till, well, wait, hold on. Let me just keep going before I start tweaking anything over here. All right, this one is for the name behind Papa Roger. I don't see anything with that. Let's see, outside looking in. What is the measure of an angle? Oh, that was the top thing. Hold on, let me do top. For outside looking in, we have on the outside looking in, from the outside looking in, I'm on the outside looking in. But again, I don't see Brian's name. Let me see if I see Brian or anybody's name. Let's just see if anybody's name pops up. I have not searched this. Satellite looking into, Aaron is standing at point C watching his friend. That's probably, what's that called? Quizlet, if you guys have kids. Wow, I don't see any names for this, do you? So I would say, in my opinion, outside looking in, although there's a few that come up for this. Like the darker the green, the more of a trend it was in that particular area. So here, I would say that as of right now, if I had to put my money on anything, I'm still putting my money on him being inside looking. The VPN affect your search results? Yeah, no, I didn't think he went down to Texas either. How would the VPN? So the VPN, okay, this is the thing with the VPN, you guys, because I use a VPN not because I'm shadier than Blinds to Go. I use a VPN because of like teaching and stuff. So, and just, I don't know, maybe I am shadier than Blindsio. Who the fuck knows? But anyway, so I use a VPN. So if I was using my VPN, the only reason I know this is because I use one. If I'm using a VPN, my computer right now has a VPN on it automatically. So when I turn my computer on, the VPN is already on. When I use my cell phone, I also have a VPN. However, in order for my cell phone to use the VPN, like if I wasn't in my house connected to my Wi-Fi, if I was like, outside or driving somewhere, it would have to hit a cell tower first, and then the VPN will turn on. And that's where people get messed up here. Not messed up, like that's where they wind up getting caught type thing, right? Wyatt, what about searching Bryan Khoberger before the crime? I am, and I'm going to do Bryan Christopher Khoberger. But doesn't that make sense, right? Wait, what didn't I figure out yet? Oh, how to make a mod? I don't even know what you're talking about, but I feel like that's what you're talking about. Let's see. If that's what you were talking about, Truth, then you will be my very first mod just because I was able to read your mind. I didn't see the chat. I don't even know what you're talking. She's going to be like, no, bitch. I was talking about who Ted Bundy killed first. All right, let's see. So let's just go back to here real quick. Papa Roger, thank you so much, you guys, for telling me. But look at this, you guys. The number one for related query for Papa Roger is Khoberger. And then Bryan Khoberger, Papa Roger. Bryan Khoberger, Papa Roger. Papa Roger Facebook. Wow. Papa Roger, Idaho Murders, Papa Rogers, Papa Rogers. Because again, people are going to be spelling it wrong. Papa Roger Post. Papa Roger, Bryan Khoberger. Elliot Roger, Papa Roger Facebook, and Papa Roger Facebook Post. All right, and the subregions real quick. I am dumbfounded. Okay, so it doesn't want to give me a city. With Metro, it's just saying that it's mostly up here. So let me just go back to the subregion. And here we go. We have Idaho and Washington. Wow. And even over here, the other dark one is Pennsylvania. I mean, there's other ones here too. So I do want to point that out. But again, why am I like so dumbfounded right now? Because how many of our names are in the top 14? Right? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. How many of our names are in the top 14? None of us. So his name happens to be in the top 14. That's a little bit scary. Dude, Kaylee, the searches for Kaylee are off the hook. But she's the only person I have in here of them. So wait, let me go back up. I'm going to take her out real quick, and I am going to put in Bryan Christopher Khoberger real quick. All right, let's see. And we're going to change the dates because I would assume, oh no, we don't have to change the date. We're going to keep the dates because this would be 2 weeks before the crime, all the way up until after he was arrested, a month after. And I think it's important to do that because before I even do this, because I haven't done it yet, I would assume that once he got arrested, that we're going to see the highest spike on December 30th, or did we do this one? We might have done this with Daniel. But anyway, I would assume that the 30th is going to be where we're going to see the highest spike because that's when he got arrested and everybody was looking for who this person was. I'm sure we were all Googling him. So that's what I would expect to see. But if we see this, I mean, I'm sure we've all Googled our names at some point. But let's just see. So we are going to do, so first I'll do Bryan Khoberger. And then I'll do Bryan Christopher Khoberger. What is this? Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, December 29th. Oh, no, it wasn't December 20th. December 30th. See, this is why I trust Google Trends, you guys, because, and again, I mean, you guys do your own stuff. I'm doing it with you live. So hopefully you guys could see that I'm not like doing anything. If anything, you guys are helping me by telling me I'm spelling it wrong. That is my biggest thing. I spell things wrong sometimes. But now that I have you guys helping me spell the things, I'm getting way more hits than I did the past 2 days. So I do appreciate that. But look, you guys, this should show you if you were a little bit like, I don't know. I don't know. Look at that. Less than, oh wait, that's greater than less than 1%. Sorry, I can't believe I just did that. Less than 1% was looking for inside looking on November 23rd. So there were people looking up inside looking then, and outside looking in and inside looking had less than 1% on the 15th. And again, all the way down. So those two were already created before these murders. However, Papa Roger was not. When do we see Papa Roger? We don't. Oh, we have less than 1% here for Papa Roger, but that's not until January 4th. And he would have been, I mean, that could have been when people were looking into him. But here, let me go down a little bit. Let me just do the subregion, city. This is crazy. This is what I do at night, you guys. When everybody falls asleep and I can't sleep, I come back downstairs and I play on my computer. So look, wait, Bryan Khoberger. Look, I told you. Oh my God, Bethlehem. Okay, this is him. This is him. This is right where he lives. It's not exactly, but it's right there. It's kind of like right next door. So when you're on your way there to the Poconos, you're passing here, like it's right there. So it's telling me that we have a hit here. This is on which date? Holy shit. Oh, come on. All right. Well, anyway, it's coming up for Bryan Khoberger. So over here, let me just see. It's still the highest in Moscow, then Pullman, which again is what we would expect, right? Let me try Christopher. Let me put Christopher in. This is crazy. I'll do it on this one. If I spell it wrong, somebody tell me. I think I did it right. Oh, wait, we got a hit. I say it. Again, December 30th is when we see Bryan Khoberger and the spike. And again, that's what I was expecting, right? So over here, let's do the subregions. I'm so glad that you guys all know how to at least use this now so that you could all use it yourself. Oh, wow. You guys, look at that. It's like, I mean, I know we have a few spots here and there, but this is mostly right there and right here. And they're the two places where he's at. Let me see if it lets me click on Bethlehem. Or let's do include. Now I clicked on all the low search volume. And again, I bet if I go up, it's going to be on the 30th. It is. So this is all after the crime. So it was after the crime, Nina. Let's see, what else do we have here? I'm just a nerd for data. So, but I'm glad because sometimes it doesn't occur to me to just search Papa Roger with FBI. So, Jeremiah, am I doing the plus thing? My Prozac. If my Prozac said yes to me, you're damn right she'd be getting one too. So, and my Prozac knows who she is. So Papa Roger with FBI. So until you guys write back, because it's like a little bit of a delay, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do it with the pluses as well. So I'm going to do plus FBI, and then I'll put it before the name because that's what you guys taught me to do. I can't believe I didn't know about this plus trick. And I'm a teacher. Like, that's so dumb of me. Oh, wow. What do we have here? Wait, why would that come up together? It does come up together. Could that be the FBI, though? This is the only thing I'm confused about with the plus thing, you guys. So somebody tell me. Oh, wow. That's weird. Wow. So we still have Idaho, Washington, and Pennsylvania coming up as the biggest subregions. And look at this, you guys. Look at all the purple over here. And the one thing that's blue is Pennsylvania. That's where we're at. I have a question. So for anybody that taught me the plus thing or whatever, because I can't even remember it already. Let me see. Oh, wait, I'm listening to you, Nina. What am I not listening to? I looked up Bryan Khoberger. I can't see your screen. It's too small for me. You really need the plus before each term you want included. Okay, Lucy. Okay, so I'm sorry that's too small. So Lucy, this is my question to you. Ready? So that's how I did it. I did it plus term. I did that, right? My question is, if I do that with Papa Roger and then the FBI, so I do exactly what you said, and then I get a hit, am I getting a hit because people could be searching FBI by itself, or does it mean that you would be searching both at the same time? Do you know what I mean? Because I wouldn't want to confuse it to where people look at it and be like, wow, look at that. And here, because anybody could be searching FBI on any day, right? So I'm just curious if anybody knows the answer to that. If they put the two terms together, so does that mean that both terms have to appear together? Or does that mean that people searched for Papa Roger and people also search for FBI? Yeah, Lucy showed me. I know how to do it. I'm asking, I got that. Oh, you want me to do Bryan plus Christopher plus Khoberger plus suspect? Okay, Nina. I'll see you. I'll do that while I'm waiting. But yeah, so I know how to do it. My question is, will it have an effect on, like, could it just be people? What if I was just looking up the FBI that day? Am I now included in that? Or did I have to look up Bryan Khoberger and the FBI? That's what my question is. So in the meantime, I'm going to do plus. This is what Nina wants. Plus Christopher. I wasn't trying to weigh the odds of some other man being dressed in the same clothes. Jeremiah's son, thanks. San Diego is where Enon Horsch. Shut up, Nina. I've always been, oh my God. What? Wait, let me write Enon Horsch. I-N-A-N Horsch. Shut up, Nina. So for a minute there, I have to be honest, I thought that there was, wait, the weird thing about this is that my name comes up in all these regions except for where I live and teach. I teach here and here. I teach in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. And it came up everywhere, but okay, that's a little scary. Wait, let me just do less included regions, just say. What's that? Papa Roger and FBI, we'll do that next. Oh, good. Somebody in Washington. Or whatever. Okay, well, at least now, all right, this makes me feel better, you guys. So when I put up the include lower search volume regions, although we have all these others, the last one, it had 0 from PA in New Jersey, and that's where I teach, so that's very concerning. Once I switch that, it switched, which tells me that that's more likely. But these other ones, I have no idea. I don't know why people would be searching me. FBI, let's see. So for who's purple? Papa Roger and FBI. The FBI was the number one thing that came up. I'm trying to see if there's like any names with it. No. All right, I don't see any names with that. And then, what was the other thing? Oh, Enon Horsch. Oh, but look at Bryan Khoberger. Look at all this shit. Let's see if anything murderous comes up under his name. Now, this is weird. What's different about number 11? Hold on. Oh, I guess because it doesn't have the pluses. So, oh, wow. You guys, this is really good. So do you guys see how if you look up Bryan Khoberger, you get a 13, but Bryan plus Christopher plus Khoberger plus suspect type thing gives you more. I wonder if we take out suspect, how much this would change. So let's do the subregions first so that we can see that we have something to compare it to. Okay, look at that. There we go. Wow. You guys, this is so interesting. Oh my God, you guys, look at this. This is him. He's looking at himself as a suspect. But then so would all these people over here, I guess. I do have a pretty big date range. So let me, what was the other one we said? Oh, I wanted to see this without suspect to see if we have, so this is what it looks like with suspect, okay? This is what Bryan Khoberger looks like with suspect. It's right here. So we have, and that makes me feel better. Once I took suspect out, my name dropped down to a 1. I don't know if that should make me feel better or worse. When you add suspect in, that's when I don't know. But Enon Harsh is less than 1% on the 30th. So anybody that was thinking Enon Harsh before then, people didn't start really looking into him until Bryan was arrested. And then it looks like people stopped looking into Enon Harsh after that. Wow. This is crazy, you guys. So I'm going to look up Bryan Christopher Khoberger without, I'll take me away. I wonder if capital letters and stuff matter. I don't think it does. It could though. But that's what I mean. So you have to really like take your time and not only see if you're spelling it right. Oh, look at that. That's crazy, you guys, how Bryan Khoberger, did I take out suspect on this one? Oh, look at that topic, suspect in custody. Okay. Well, we don't want that. We just want this. Search by term. Okay, so again, over here. Oh, wait, what is this? On November 14th. Wow. On November 14th, somebody was already looking into him as a suspect. And look, he was, or somebody was looking up his name even before that. That's weird, you guys. Here, let's go down a little bit and look where at. Idaho. So weird. I can't believe how much Bryan Khoberger is listed. If you look for, oh, that's for Enon Harsh. Why does it say Madison? Interest for Papa Roger with this one and see what happens. Okay, where is this at? 65% still. It just keeps coming up. Look at all this with the, so I am like speechless, you guys. I am so speechless. I just want to look real quick and change the date. I want to see if he was looking himself up before, and I'm going to add my name so that we could see. I'm doing that as, what's it called? Like a, to like help with bias so that we could see, because we obviously saw that when we put my name the same as his with suspect in there, that my name also spiked on December 30th, which is weird. But let's just narrow this down a little bit. We're going to do 11 and see what happens. So this is just the month of November of 22. Look at that. All right. So in November of 22, Papa Roger and Bryan Khoberger were trending on this. Bryan was trending on November 13th. So people, Bryan was trending on the 12th, on the 11th, the 10th. Wow. The 8th. Oh, I want to see where he's trending at. Is he all over again? Let me just say. Yeah, look at that. That's so weird. Why are people looking at him all over the place? And this was just for the month of November. I'm going to put it just up to the murders and see. Because now this is weird. Although, do you guys remember he said that he feels like a criminal? But where's his record? Or what if this wasn't his first crime? How about that? Oh, look at that, you guys. It's everywhere except for the one. So wait, let's see. Subregion, city. All right, so we don't have enough to do city. This is so shady. Who's Zach Bryan? These are the things that other people looked up. So subregion over here, I'm going to change real quick to metro just to see. So metro, so for the one is bigger. So first you have subregion, then metro, then city. So it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And over here again, I mean, unless we click on this, until we click on this, now we have all this. This makes me wonder, could he have been looking himself up as a suspect way before this? Let's do the past 5 years. Oh, wow. Wow. You guys, I'm speechless. Look at this. Oh my God. What's this? September. Wait, right here. Wait, a note. Why is there a note here? An improvement to our data collection system was applied on 1/1/22. Oh, that's crazy, you guys. So on 1/1/22, they improved their ability for data collection, and we see these spikes over here. But look, on September 19th to the 25th of 2021, somebody was looking him up as a suspect all the way back to May 17th. Oh, let's see where at. This is crazy. Thank you guys again. I'm like dumbfounded. I'm not usually lost for words. Oh, wow. Okay, so since we did the last 5 years, I'm not surprised that we have some on the East Coast, but then we have other things too. That's what's like throwing me off. What was purple? Papa Roger and FBI. Does anybody know where this is? I don't know exactly where that's at. And then we have Reading. I'm seeing if we have, oh, this is close to him. Oh, this is close to him, you guys. That's weird. That makes me think that this might not be the first time he was. What the f is this? And what's this? So on January 1st to the 7th, you guys, this is crazy. I don't even know how to make it. I'm going back over StreamYard. There might not even be anybody here. There's still people here. I don't even know how. You guys are amazing. You guys, please don't feel the need to like stay if you don't want to be here. Not that, I don't mean it like that. I mean, like, don't anybody feel like you have to stay on because I'm still here. I don't want to feel obligated. Like, I've been on now for almost 2 hours. That's like ridiculous. At this point, I'm literally just having you guys go along with the ride with me on what I do because, oh, thank you, Lucy, because, well, that's what I figured. I'm like, if I'm doing this, then there's somebody else out there that would also like to do this, but maybe you guys just don't, I don't know. Who knows? It's better to do it together, I guess. I don't know. What else are we looking at? You like these searches? I do too. Vixar, I'm sorry I looked you up. You're doing your own, Jeremiah. Will you let us know if you find anything? Because that's interesting. Oh, I'm glad you all find it interesting. I just don't want anybody to think that like, oh God, when is she going to shut the hell up? Like, because again, I'm just, at this point, it's like if we hung up, I'd be sitting here doing this anyway. So, you know, they were looking into him for other crimes. That's what I'm saying. They had to have been. So let's go back to this now, since I know that you guys are still hanging. And let's put in, let's do, I wonder how far it lets you go. Let's do 15 and see if that's too much. Oh no, it's not too much. Look at this, you guys. He's yellow. Papa Roger plus FBI is coming up from like a long time ago. I'm going to take this out for 1 minute. I just want to make this just to be all about Bryan for 1 second, just so we could see what we could figure out. All right, so up here right now in blue, we have Bryan plus Christopher plus Khoberger. And then Papa Roger Facebook. Wait, let me see that one. See, that's what I mean. Papa Roger Facebook. Oh, no, that's Papa Roger FBI. I just said Facebook. Oh, my God. Trinity stupid. All right, let's look at Bryan Khoberger and Bryan Christopher Khoberger. So now we're down to blue and red. The blue is with the pluses, the reds without the pluses. I'm going to now do it without Christopher. And then I'll do, oh, wow. And then I'll do his name without the pluses. And just for shits and giggles, I'm going to do it with capital and see if it makes a difference. All right. So we have all of the Bryan Khobergers here. Oh, look, it might. Oh, no, I don't think it makes a difference. Oh, that's good to know that it probably doesn't make a difference if you're doing capital or not. You guys, the one with suspect is literally out of control. This is going back to 2015. And these are all like on the East Coast, not all, but so over here we have Washington for number 1, but it's not showing up here. So why would that be? Let me tell you why. I bet it's on here when we do this. Oh, wait, did I just move too far? Oh, no, that was it. Why did it say Washington when I took this off? I guess this is what, oh, I know why. Because this is what other people were looking for. It says the interest for that. So over here, we're going to do, oh no, it's the city of Washington. What the hell? You guys, who the hell knows where the hell he's been? Jesus Christmas. Even Bryan Khoberger is being, this is what makes this weird. He's being searched in these same places as the one with suspect. And look at all these on the East Coast. This is where we are. Ew, this is weird. I'm going to put in Bryan Khoberger suspect. We didn't get much with the green, so I'm going to add suspect to this and see what happens. Okay. But how weird is this, right? So over here, where we do have like a spike in like most of them is January 2023 or the December 30th, the 2022. So because I did such a long time period, it's only going to go by months. If I want to get like, so like, let's say you were doing this and you see this right here and it says January 2023. And like, let's say you get a spike on something, anything, I would go back and I would refine this from December to January or December to February to see where that's coming in at, because since we did it, I think I did a 10 or a 15 year, I did it from 10 years. So since I did a 10-year span, it's not going to go into like January 2nd or December 30th. But right here, again, this is what makes me think that this is, not that it's not legit, but this is helping me show that this is legit because we know that he was arrested on December 30th, 2022. So this just shows right here that that suggests that that's when all of those names, all the Bryan Christopher Khobergers or Bryan Khobergers or suspect were all being looked up then. The thing that was looked up the least is Bryan Khoberger by himself. So let me look down here and over here. For city, Arlington came up for number 1. Oh, look at all this around. This is where he lives right here. Pittsburgh. Oh my gosh, you guys, somebody in his family was definitely probably looking him up like, what the hell? That was a joke, you guys. Pro burgers don't come from it. Oh, I have a feeling we're going to find out that. And again, when I say that this isn't his first offense, I'm not necessarily talking about like, killing somebody else. This could be like, you guys have to remember, I don't know if anybody, well, yes, I did. Oh, you guys, just so you know, this didn't happen before yet. So I'm sorry. I just like interrupted myself, but I had to, because when I see this, I want to show you what this is. Do you see how over here we have a dark blue with a light blue in between it? So over here, if you go, oh. So over here, when you go, it takes you to the blue part. But then if you click on the little one in the center, if you look, I can't point to it right there, but it's like it literally gives you a very specific area of this is all by, oh, you guys, this is so unnerving. I can't even tell you, Nina. You're the one that told me to lift this up. Thank you. I'm not like saying anything, but I'm just saying like, this is weird. So this one is the one that I put in, Bryan Khoberger. This is what I had put in before, but I've never done it for 10 years. But if you guys notice, oh, it did it again. Let's click on this. So if you click on the red, it should tell us. And then, all right, usually on my computer, I'm not on my computer, I'm on my daughter's, and I don't want to hit the wrong thing and then hang up on all of us. I can't even believe her computer's stolen. But it's not plugged in. But if you click on here, oh, look at that, Spokane. I was just doing that to show you guys. Okay, so when you get a bigger red, Pullman. I'm done. What the? Wow. Wow, you guys. Wow. Moscow. Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel like I need to call a doctor. My heart, I'm like having palpitations. What is happening? Oh, that's weird. So anyway, as you guys know, if you just click on it, if you could get into the circle, it then tells you what it is. That was weird. It was just like, oh, there we go. Highlands Ranch. Did somebody say something about that before? I feel like somebody said something about that. And then, oh, I am so weirded out. So over here for the related queries, so other people, and this would be other people searching, and we're on red. So if anybody ever needs like, if they're like, wait, which one was red again? Just remember that over here, it gives us a key. So that way we know which color we're on. So again, on red, this is what people were searching the most of. We have Idaho, Bryan Khoberger. Idaho, we didn't add that. Let's see what happens with that. So that in 10 years, because I put 10 years, we know that the note here is that their data collection was improved on one. How weird is that? Their data collection system, an improvement was done on 1/1/22, and the other one was done on 1/1/16. So from 1/1/16 to 1/1/22, there was a different, like it wasn't as good at detecting. However, after, of course it is afterwards, but this is December. Oh, well, no, actually it's good because now that I just did it in my head, 1/1/22 is before the murders, not after. I'm thinking 23. So this does not work in his benefit because they did an improvement to the system the year that he did this. So this literally shows us that on December of 2022 is again what we would have expected. That's when we have the highest search term here for Bryan Khoberger and Idaho. And then when we go to our subregions, we have Idaho, Washington. If I go to cities, it'll narrow it down even more. Or not. That might have been too much. If we go to Metro, we have Spokane. Wilkes-Barre, that's where he lives. Scranton, you guys, this is where he lives. Huh. Interest over time. Let's see. So wait, instead, let me do this. Just in case I was doing it wrong and I only added the 1+. Oh my God. Wait, what's resolution? Let's see, city. All right, well, it didn't break down the city. I am so... And look, the number one thing under that is the Idaho murders. And that's under Bryan Khoberger in Idaho, so that makes sense. And then when looking at Bryan Khoberger plus suspect, the number one oh my God, the number one thing that that people that also did this looked up, that's crazy, you guys. So when looking up Bryan Khoberger as the suspect, people most likely also searched the suspect, highly suspect, prime suspect, Idaho suspect, highly suspected lyrics. Okay. School shooting. What? Murdered soul suspect? What the fuck does that mean? Suspect definition? Could you guys... Oh my God, you guys. I'm dead. Oh my God. You guys, look at this. Oh my God. This is in Wilkes-Barre. I never changed it back to America. This is where he lives. This Scranton, PA is where he lives. So that means that this right here that we're looking at right now is Scranton, PA from 2015 to 2025. And I'm done. Not done like that. I mean, like, I'm like dumbfounded done. So if we're looking, okay, this is December of 2022, which is when we expect it to rise. Anything after that, we would expect. However, why would you be looking this up all these times beforehand? Would you? No. And take notice. Take notice that the first one, the blue one, says Bryan Khoberger in Idaho, and there's nothing on that because it doesn't happen yet. However, asking if he's a suspect in something, think about it. If you did something and you wanted to see, like, I don't know. These are the other things that those same people were searching. So the top 25 queries for this were these things. What if he was like thinking about this right here, number 6? It said that they explored that, or explored, saying that this is what other people explored. So wait, related queries. So we have top, the most popular search query scoring in this round. So I did read that. I just wanted to make sure I did it right. Wow. So probably because these queries are new and had few, if any, prior searches. So if we see anything that is marked as breakout, there was a tremendous increase, which probably means that it was something on the news, but we don't see breakout here. Look, Criminal Minds. You guys, this was him, in my opinion. Wait, what's Lydia? Highly suspect. Idaho murders. Highly suspect 16. Criminal Minds, suspect behavior. Criminal Minds. New Orleans suspect. Highly suspect tour. Idaho murder suspect. Texas shooting suspect. New Orleans attack suspect. Highly suspect. My name is human. Little one, highly suspect. Johnny Stevens. Johnny Stevens. Highly suspect. Defined suspect. Who's Johnny Stevens? Oh, I don't see them here. Oh, it's a singer. You guys, all of his stuff always goes back to singing and stuff. Like, how much do you guys want to bet that this is his search category? Like, this is him. This is Wilkes-Barre. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be like whatever, but how many other people in Wilkes-Barre are searching him as a suspect? All right, I'm going back to StreamYard to see what you're saying. Those are songs by Highly Suspect. Thank you so much, Connor, because I was just having a heart attack. That's why when I clicked on it, Highly Suspect is a band and Lydia is a song. Now that you just said, see, this is why my nickname's Straight A Stupid, you guys. When it comes to psychology, take my word for it. I probably am right. When it comes to other things, we need to do it together. I'm not always right. So that's actually funny. Yeah. Wait, if he searched his name from Pennsylvania before when he was younger. Boom, good one. That's a good one because I could actually do that. And I'm going to do that by opening a new tab. That way I could just go back to the old one. So hold on, I have to stop the screen, share a new tab. You guys, this is bananas. All right, here we go. Bananas. Oh, I think it's going to take me back to the same thing, which is fine. I'll just do a new one. So let's do explore. I'll do Bryan Khoberger. And I'll put the plus before him because I forgot. I think, am I supposed to be doing it for each one or do I just, I'll see what happens if I do it this way. I'll do it both just to see. So we're going to do that one and we're going to compare it to Bryan. All right, I did Bryan. Oh, look at that. All right, and let's do one more. We'll do and I'll do the pluses. All right, so at first I was like, wait, what did I do different? So I did 2 with his. All right, you guys, so this is in Wilkes-Barre. We're going to do custom range. We're going to do, when did he start his Tapa Talks? In 2015? He was 15, right? Well, wait, let me think this out. No, he was older than that. When was he 15? He was 15 and I want to say, well, I can figure this out. He was 28 on the night of the murders. He's 30 now and it's 2025. So 15 years ago would be 2010. So let's do, I know his birthday is 11/21, but I'm going to do 1 of, let's go back further. Let's do 2000. I don't know if it even goes back that far because of Google and shit. It probably doesn't. Let me do 2005. That was a little crazy. And then we'll do, I don't want to go as far, I want to go before the murders. So I will do 11, 12, 22. Let's see what happens. Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys. What happened on April 2013 and how old was he? Because somebody looked up. Wow. Wow. You guys, something happened in 2013. April of 2013. How old would he have been? Wait, I think he was, Tapa Talk was 2011, which means, or it started or ended in 2011. He was 27 the night of the murders. Thank you for that clarity. So wait a minute, you guys. So that would mean that he was probably about, he was born in 95. Thank you. 94. He was born in 94. Oh my God, you guys, I graduated in 94. I graduated high school in 94. I was going to my senior prom while Bryan's parents were giving birth to him. What, Rye? I graduated in 96. Oh my God, you guys, what the fuck's the matter with me? I graduated in 96. My husband just heard me from the other room and was like, you graduated in 96. He would know because he also went to school with me. Whoops. My husband and I went to school with each other since nursery school. So I'm going to trust that he knows that I graduated in 96. I can't believe I just said I graduated in 94. That was pretty fucking funny. So November 21st, 1994 is his birthday. Oh my God. Jesus. So we have April. Well, this is April, but wait, let's see. But you guys, somebody was looking him up as a suspect back in, so the first time anybody looked him up as a suspect was in December of 2007. So if he was born in 94, then he was 13. That would sound right. So let me just tell you guys, just let's go back to psychology for a second. In order to be diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder, you don't always have to. So let me just make that clear. So if we have somebody that we realize is antisocial, if they're not diagnosed with conduct disorder before 15, we're not like, oh, well, they can't be. However, when somebody's diagnosed with a conduct disorder before the age of 15, it's one of the highest indicators of psychopathy or antisocial personality disorder once they're in adulthood. And we can't, by the APA regulations, we can't diagnose a personality disorder till you're 18. So by doing something like oppositional defiant disorder before the age of 15 is a huge indicator. If this is true, I don't know how many Bryan Khobergers and suspects exist other than him. But if true, when he was 13, he could have, and again, this could have been stealing gum out of Walmart. So I'm not saying anything crazy, but it starts somewhere, right? So as of December of 2007, somebody was looking him up. And then the next time he's gotten looked up again. And this time, wow. So this time the person's looked up the first and last name, not middle name. And this is November of 2009. So wait, the first one, I should have wrote this down. December, I should just take a picture of it with my phone, even though I know that there's a way that I could take a screenshot, but I just feel so old. All right, I'm just taking a picture of this so I can look it up later. I don't see any of you on there. It's just literally a picture of the Google trend, just in case for some reason later I spell something wrong or whatever I have it. But look at this. So the first time is in December of 07, and then we have November of 09, which is that's like 2 years later. So now we're talking like 15-ish. And then again, we have another spike in February of 2010. Then Google Trends does an update and we get better tracking. And then we have February. So over here we have January of 2010, but then February, the very next month of 2011, somebody's searching that. They're also searching it in February, March, April, May, June, and July, not in August. So in August, somebody was good. But then in September, we're looking again of 2011. This is Tapatalk time. And then November, still looking. December, looking, but only with the middle name. Then January of 2012, we have somebody looking up Bryan Khoberger as a suspect. Then, I can't believe I didn't think about looking this one up. February 2012, somebody looks it up. Wow. March, April, and May. Oh, March, they do look it up. April, nothing. April of 2012, nothing. May of 2012, nothing. Wouldn't that be crazy if that's when he was in rehab? I'm just like, or like the eating disorders or something, like where like he couldn't have done something. That would just be like strange. So in July of 2012, somebody's looking that up. Then again in October, December, and then April of 2013, I am willing to bet money on it. And I know that might sound crazy to you, but I'm willing to bet money on it that in April of 2013, something happened. For sure. It's at 100% for both his first, middle, and last name in suspect and his first and last name with suspect. That's crazy. The next big spike, I'm not going to go over every month, but if you guys look, like it's a lot. This person looks it up. But then there's months in between where they don't look things up. Wait, and then it spikes again in June of 2014. And then in September of 2014, it spikes a little higher. I feel like these little ones are like, well, they would be when you're not looking it up as much. So maybe the person's not as patty during that time, but you have like these little spikes over and over. I'm dying to know, Nina, do you know when he was addicted? I mean, I know you do, but I don't know if you're still here. And then again, we go all the way to here until August of 22. So there you go, guys. All right, wow. He leaves in June of 22 and somebody's looking him up as a suspect. He's being looked up as a suspect in July of 22 and then in October of 22. All I'm going to do here real quick before I see exactly where is I'm going to make the date an extra like 2 or 3 days to see if it will pop up in that way. I have something to compare it to. So we'll put 16th. Ooh, I'm like, wait, why isn't it working? Because I put 116. All right, let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. You guys, do you not see that? Look, there's more here than there is around the crime. Or no, did it not go all the way? Hold on. Or did I just go too far? Oh, let me make it to 12:30 because that's when he gets arrested. We all know way too much about this guy. So again, just like a lot of people say, well, you guys, I'm sorry. Let me step back real quick. Over here, look at this. In December of 2022, we have a 35 and an 83. In April of 2013, we have 200%. Wow. Let's go down here and see where it's. I'm literally speechless, you guys. Do you see this? Do you see what that says? Pocono Pines. He lives in the Poconos. This is where he lived, you guys. Just so you guys know, I found more tonight on here with you guys than I have in all of the hours I've done this myself, just because we're all thinking of things that, somebody else. So I do appreciate all of your help. You guys, if this isn't a smoking gun, I don't know what is. Hold on, let's see. And again, smoking gun requested map doesn't exist. Wow. Oh my God. I see that we're in Pennsylvania right now, but this is breaking it down. He lives here. This is where he lives, you guys. Hazleton to the Poconos is not far. Think of it as like your neighboring town type thing. Some of these you have to go through to get, but put it this way, me and Bryan both live in Pennsylvania. He's still a good hour away from me, right? But so all of these that you're seeing right here, these 5 are all grouped together where he lives, where if you saw like Philadelphia and stuff, that's where I'm at. So of course I'm in like the city. I didn't want to say anything mean because I love Philly. Wait, look, Moscow. Oh, that's what I added up until he was. Wow, you guys. But this is going back to 2005. That's crazy. Let me change the Wilkes-Barre part. You guys, wow. I'm going back to StreamYard real quick. I am dumbfounding. Wait, Truth, what was your combo? This is so weird. When did his friend OD? What about April in the Poconos. Was there a murder in April in the Poconos? Does anybody know? Ashley, 2018. Ashley Flugel. Ashley Flugel. How do we spell Ashley Flugel? Nina, I need you to hook me up with Flugel. Oh, Dana Smithers. You guys, we might have just like broken something. Wait, hold on. I'm going to pee my pants. Not really. I just mean. All right. So wait, let's look real quick. So let me knock some of these years off so that we could see it better, because unfortunately the poor woman wasn't alive right here. So we're going to make this 19. Wow. So for Dana Smithers, I have, wait, let me just go down to Dana Smithers and it'll tell me. Look, it's all over here again. What the frig? Oh my God, you guys, look at what the related searches are. The suspect. Oh, that's for the blue. Oh, I just had a heart attack. Okay. I was thinking for Dana Smithers. But wait, hold on. Let's see if we can make a connection here. Hazleton, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, and Broadsheadsville, Nina. That's where these were the ones where it was specific. Wow. Okay, here we go. And then the green is his first and last name without his middle name. And again, we have the suspect stuff again. And over here we have Moscow and Poconos. Do we have a Moscow, Pennsylvania? Do we? Does anybody? How weird would that be, you guys? That would be so weird. Wait, look at this. Oh my gosh. Over here, number 5. Oh my God. Hold on, let me see what you guys are saying. I'm dead. I didn't know there was a Moscow, Pennsylvania, Nina. Who's Nicole Murray? Do I look her up? Oh, wait, someone just said there was a girl who went missing from the Poconos in 2017. Nina, are you... Wait, I have a couple names here. Arma... Oh, wait, it went too fast. Yes, I got a message to check what happened. From who, Nina? What are you talking about? Yes, not me. Aren't you glad you hung on? You guys. Yes, I got a message to check out what happened in Moscow, Pennsylvania. All right, I need more of these people's names. Like so far, I don't see the Smithers, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, I don't mean that. That's not what I meant. You guys know what I mean. I don't mean that in like it. All right, come on. Oh no, what am I doing? Hold on. Here we go. Get back up. Oh my God, this is bananas. All right, so we're back here again. News search. I just want to see what happens when I do news search. So this is what was going on in the news. This might help us with dates of people. So Dana Smithers is purple. Unfortunately, I don't see them even talking about her much here, which is a shame. But we have April of 2022 March of 2022 and October of 2022 for the suspects. Hold on, let me just see real quick. Again, this is by him, you guys. This is so crazy. I need other people's names. Hold on, let's do What's not coming up? Because I don't even know what to take out. I'm afraid to take something out. We're even getting a hit with this one. Wilkes-Barre and Scranton again. You guys, these are him. I don't care what any of them. Bryan Khoberger suspect. I could take that one away. And Bryan Khoberger suspect. What's this one? Bryan Khoberger plus suspect. We have Clark Smith, Scranton, at Broadsville, and Jim Thorpe. Jim Thorpe is the Poconos. Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at all these. What if there's somebody from and again, I'm not trying. Arlington Heights, somebody said something about that. Moscow again. This is the stuff, this is the ones that are most interesting to me. So see this dark green and it's got these little bubbles. Clark Smith and let's see if it'll tell us what this one is. No. Oh, yes, it did. Dunmore. I would look into these, Nina, if you're going to look into stuff. And Scranton and Taylor. Oh my gosh, you guys. I still want to look up Moscow. I don't know what happened there. And then I don't have anything here for Dana Smithers, but I could have spelled her name wrong. I'm going to go back here real quick. The professor that's suing the content creator. There's more men missing from PA than women. That is true. But I'm just saying, oh, check my text. Thank you. Nina, if you want to send me name or whatever, send it to me through text because the chat, I go back and I don't say it. Same thing with you, Truth. Lucy, did I miss anything? Somebody told me that Lucy was trying to talk to me too. Let me go back. Flugel, that was it. So Dana Smithers, did I spell that wrong? Let me just say. I'm actually going to take a picture of this and then I'll look up the names. Fascinating combo there, Truth. I don't know what your combo is. Wow, you guys, this is so crazy. I'm just listening to you, but I have to look up when his friend OD'd. Yeah, somebody find out. We have to put some of this together. What about murder in April and Poconos? A&D, I still want to know what that is. All right, I'm going to take a picture of this just to make sure I spelled it right. I'm so old. I know there's an easier way, you guys. I'm just an old person. All right, we have Ashley Flugel, Nicole Murray, Dana Smithers. I'm just taking pictures of these names so I don't have to keep going back and forth. Emma, who's Emma Kaler? 2012. Nicole Murray. Oh, Lake Erie, you guys. I didn't realize that was Lake Erie. I'm going to take a picture of that. Thank you guys for all of this helpful. Dominique, who's that? What the hell? My next door neighbor. My next door neighbor, Dominique, lives. Oh my God, Rye. And she's younger than us, right? How old's Dominique?
6 or 7 years younger than us.
No, she's not 40.
6 or 7 years younger than us.
Okay. So she's in her 30s. So our next door neighbor lives in the Poconos, by Scranton or whatever, and her dad owns multiple businesses out there. It never occurred to me to ask about the high school and everything because I'm assuming that, it's not big like Philly, you know what I mean? So I'm assuming that it's probably a little bit more. I'm not usually lost for words, you guys. All right, I'm going to take out Dana Smithers if I spelled it right. And I'm going to add, let me just make sure before I take it down. Go to the first one. You guys, we have so much information. All right, I did spell that right. So we're going to take down Dana Smithers because we looked her up. And we're going to add Ashley Flugel. No, but this is interesting. So May of 2025, something weird went on. All right, Ashley Flugel was what, 2018? No, I don't see anything for Ashley Flugel. Maybe I have too big of a date. So, because I did 2008 to the present. So for Ashley Flugel, we're going to put in, Ashley Flugel was 2018. So we're going to put in, we'll do 2017 to 2019. Just to make it quick. Okay, do you guys see how when you narrow down the search a little bit, how sometimes that's enough to get? And again, we're still in Scranton, PA, where he lives. So I didn't even branch out any further. But I wonder what happened between February 17th and February 23rd of 2019. Somebody should be writing these things down. I guess I could always watch my stream later and go through it, but that'll be pretty boring. This is not like one of the lives that I expect people to rewatch. Not that it's not interesting, but just because it's like, unless you really know what we're doing, it could be dry. Like, I feel like this is like a niche thing. All right, hold on. Let's do. All right, so I don't see Ashley Flugel, but I also want to go out further and maybe instead of doing just Scranton, let's do Pennsylvania and see if something else comes up. Oh, look at this, you guys. So now we have a different one. So when we do Pennsylvania, August 27th to September 2nd of 2017, we have a hit of 100. What are the chances? All right. Wow. Again, you guys, this is what, all right, now we have the 50-50 here, right? And it's literally 50-50. So whoever's looking the person's name up or whatever, they're looking up the same amount with their middle name as they are with just their first and last name. But all of them, Pennsylvania is pretty big. They're all coming from the Pocono area. Lancaster, Pittsburgh. This one says Philadelphia. That's funny. We're at in Philadelphia, yeah. Come to my neighborhood. I'll beat the shit out of you. I'm just kidding. I won't beat the shit out of anybody. So in Philadelphia, that's scary. We have a hit here. And again, this could be the VPN, I guess. I don't know. But I don't see any Ashley Flugel. So I'm going to put in a different name real quick. And see. And we're going to just make it Pennsylvania. All right. And then we're going to take out, which one do we see the least of usually? Red. Look, these are the same areas. So we'll take out Bryan Khoberger, suspect. So red, I was right. So for this one, we're going to put in we did that one. Nicole Mary's next. See, who knew I would use my nerd skills to solve crime? I'm just kidding. So wait, someone said that it is in 2017. Do you guys see that? So Nina said that Nicole Mary was 2017 is when she passed. And there's a hit on 2017. Does anybody know like if it was between August 27th and September 2nd? Because if so, Truth, hopefully you're not writing this shit down. Truth's like, fuck you, I ain't writing this down. Nina, hopefully you're writing. Someone is writing this down, I hope. That is crazy. You guys, that's the first hit we've had when we put a name in with a date. What are the chances that somebody goes missing and somebody's looking up, are you a suspect? And it's hitting for all of them. So the green hit, that is crazy. Wow. But Nicole Mary didn't necessarily come up. So this is what's weird, okay? So Nicole Mary didn't come up, right? But I only have in here, and you said it was 2017, Nina. So what are the chances, you guys, that, oh, I have 4. Let me make this a little sooner. Holy shit. This is crazy. And I'm going to make this 2018. I should make it 12. I should do the whole year. Hold on. I don't want to be lazy. And we'll do the whole year here. Oh, my kids are laughing upstairs. I love that. All right, let's say. Okay, so I think that there's something to the fact that September, again, I just did it again. From August, I have to write this down because I have to make sure that I don't forget this. Hold on. Sorry, I just gave you a boob show. Don't ever say I didn't give you the entertainment on a Friday night. You just got a boob show. All right, August 27th to September 2nd of 2017, we have a 100% hit. And Nina said, Nicole, I'm going to look this up later. Mary. Did I spell that right? M-U-R-R-A-Y. M-U-R-R-A-Y. Yes. N-I-C-O-L-E. Yes. All right. I'm just making sure I spelled it right. We did not see anything for Dana Smithers. I'm going to do Emma next. Emma Kaler. She was 2012, Nina says. This is so interesting. We'll do 2011. And then we're going to take out, before I take anybody out. Oh my God, I'm so glad I just said before I take anybody out. What are these? So we have a hit for Ashley Flugel, November 2018, you guys. Got it. All right, so we have 11 November. Oh my gosh, you guys, November 2018. Nina, do you know what date she passed? How weird would it be if she passed in November? I don't even know what to say. So November 2018, we have a hit for Ashley Flugel. And not only do we have a hit for Ashley Flugel, this is why I'm dumbfounded. Because right at the same time, do you see it over here, how they overlap? This means that if I went back and I made this smaller, I would probably be able to figure this out. But this blue and purple right here are overlapping, which says to me that somebody looked up Ashley Flugel at the same time as looking up Bryan Khoberger and Suspect. That's what makes that weird. Over here, the green and the blue are both Suspect, right? So this is another Suspect. So the big difference, oh my gosh, here we go again. That April of 2013, something happened. I don't care. I'm willing to put my money on it. So April 2013, we have 2 100s. I know that one says 92, but on the last time we hit it at 100 and I have it saved. So, and then we have April of 2012. And we have April of 2011. April has to be something. And November. We always see spikes in April and November. You guys, look at this. April 2011, April 2012, April 2013, and then June 2015. But isn't that a little bit weird? And you know what else I noticed? So, let me just see it first before I say it. Oh, I thought I noticed another trend over here. Hold on. You guys, I don't know if anybody else notices this, but we have another April. I just saw it. April, oh, but there's nothing there. I was going to say April of 2017. What's this? That's March. Okay, so that doesn't count. But that's weird that like multiple years in a row in April, we have something. If anybody, how about this for Nina and Truth? If anybody's writing anything in chat that like I should be looking at, send me a text. I might be on Do Not Disturb because I was at the ICU. So that could be why I didn't. And I think my ringer's off. How about that? Now I'll get it. Let me just check to make sure. All right, we got a photo from Nina. Oh my God, Nina, are these all the girls? Oh, Xana looks just like Ashley Flugel. And Emily. And Amanda. Wait, is Amanda his sister? I know Melissa's a sister, and then I see Nicole. Wow, you guys, that is crazy. What is this that you sent me, Nina? Pennsylvania, interest over time. Nina, you sent me that, but it doesn't say what the, like that, whatever you search looks really good. Oh, Bryan Khoberger suspect. Wow. That's crazy, you guys. I am in awe. I am so, okay. So, but again, look at all these stuff that comes up for him. That's so weird. All right. Were there any other missing peoples? Let me see. I'm still looking on the pictures I took. Got that right. Okay. The one. Serious, you're still here? You guys, Yvonne, let me tell you. And Nina could tell you too. This Siri is black over here. And so can Truth. I call her human Prozac. I don't know what it is, but she'll make you feel like $1 million every time. She's full of the compliments. I love it. But just know, Yvonne, that you are so supported here. So is Nina. So is Truth. So is everyone, right? So that's what I built here. That's what I'm going to stay true to. And just know that anybody that knows me, I'll tell you that I stay true to myself. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. Sorry. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. So I will always be here for you guys. Hopefully we'll all be there for each other. I am going to let all of you go because we've been together forever right now. Thank you that you guys will be there for me too. I appreciate that. And I thank you all for joining me. Bless you. I know Daniel said something about him going live on Monday. Usually on Monday nights, I go live with my colleague, Dr. Schultz. So he's been so nice to me and his community has been so good to me. So I never want to like go live at the same time. So I will make sure that I text with him so that I know when he goes live so that I can make sure that I make it around that. But anyway, the next time I go live will probably be Monday night. So if anybody wants to, come join me. And I will be looking out for all of you as well. Is there anything else? Any questions or anything that I can answer? Yeah, Daniel's been so nice to me, I can't even tell you. Thank you for the live and going over Google Trends. I will say to you guys, I am so sorry about Daniel's thing earlier. I don't know that that was me though, because now I've been here live for how long and that didn't happen. So I think we just have to go on at the same time and do like a practice or something and see where it's coming from. But good night, everybody. Love this new family. We have to come up with a name for us. I don't know what it's going to be, but we could think about it. All right, you guys, maybe I'll see some of you on Monday or in Daniel's chat on Monday. Thank you for joining me. Have a great weekend, everyone. Please like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this so that I can continue to bring you content. Thank you so much.